What's up, guys? Welcome to day 8 of the 12 Days of Tranquilomas. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you've been tuning in. If you haven't tuned in, we got them everywhere. Check them out. Let us know what you think. Listen to them on Spotify, Apple, watch the clips on YouTube, wherever that may be. But thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate you for listening in. Today's topic is why start a podcast? What's the benefits of starting a podcast? So I touched on it either it was yesterday or the day before, but one of the reasons I started a podcast was because of the reason I consumed so much of them on my own, right? And at that time, I consumed a lot of Gary Vee. If you're not familiar with him, highly recommend him. He's a guy that speaks about content, speaks about business, things of that nature, optimism, kindness, everything that I try to resonate with myself. But why I started a podcast was strictly around the reason of being able to connect with people that I may not be able to connect with. And that's been something that has been the biggest win of starting the podcast. Not the downloads, not the reach, not the marketing, none of that. Just being able to connect with like-minded individuals in relative different spaces, whether it's an athlete, whether it's an entrepreneur, a doctor, a musician, whatever it may be. Just having people that are willing to get on a podcast, have a conversation around mindfulness, around meditation, around what it takes to win, what are some of the obstacles, right? Just being able to provide that perspective and just have that different kind of voice that maybe you may not be able to listen to on a regular basis. Just having a platform for these people to kind of come, speak with, and then provide knowledge, provide ideas, provide kind of a different point of view that it may not be something that we're used to. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, just really kind of hone in on what's the message you want to spread, who are the people that you want to reach, and kind of what's the theme, right? Do you want to make it entertaining? Do you want to make it comedic? Do you want to make it values? You want to make it spiritual? Whatever it may be, there's always something for everything. I mean, right now, one of the number one trends on podcasts is in the crime. And I'm sure a bunch of you guys consume that. Crime, kind of like those horror stories, but in a podcast version. They're telling the story, kind of narrating a crime scene, a kind of crime situation. So it just shows that people are willing to consume content that is of value to them, whether it's through entertainment, whether it's through education, whatever that may be. Podcast provides kind of like a voice and an avenue for people to be entertained or learn something. I personally use podcasts to kind of learn about business, learn about marketing, learn about spirituality, things of that nature. So whatever it is for you, if you want to start a podcast, highly recommend it. Reach out to me if you have any questions. There's so many ways to do it, so many cool things you can do, and I highly recommend it just for the sake of the fun, sake of the conversations, and who knows, maybe it becomes a huge podcast. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you don't already, follow us, share this with whoever may need it. Again, if you want to start a podcast, reach out. More than happy to help. Thanks, guys.